Hello and welcome back.
Welcome back.
Oh, very nice.
Oh, how about that? Do you know what that was?
That's
you know
that's John Sebastian.
Oh, it is.
It's John Sebastian
Yeah, I
singing
remember,
"Welcome Back, Kotter." Yeah,
Welcome back,
yeah.
Kotter. Yeah. Oh boy, that is just making me feel like a stale old breadcrumb.
And by the way, you are.
You are a stale old breadcrumb. Hey, welcome to the stale old breadcrumb show.
We are Mixtapes. This is You Should Know This Song, the
music, lyric, bullshit, commentary, factoids, blather. I haven't used the word blather in some time.
That's all right.
So I felt like it was okay to put it out there.
Yeah.
And the most finely curated, glamorous, glitzy podcast in this backyard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And that's a high bar, by the way.
It's a high bar.
It's also the only podcast that I know of that's done in this backyard.
And that makes it the highest bar and also the lowest.
Yes.
We are here in lovely downtown Wentzville at Races Oasis outside in the dark. It is really a unique
Yeah, it's kind of late in the evening, and
us.
there's another musical
when
reference.
it's late in the evening.
Yeah.
And the air is cool. It's fall, and the crickets are actually chirping. Now we had cicadas.
Yes.
Just a few episodes ago during the day. And
now we have it in
crickets.
the evening. And this is the latest that we've ever done one outside. It's really kind of cool.
We've never recorded in the dark outdoors, for sure.
No, and this is I
don't know that we've recorded at night ever.
Well, I mean, we've recorded in the evening and when we were during the winter. However, we are also enjoying the lovely weather. It really is very, very, very cool. Pleasant outside. I have bugs crawling all over my video screens here.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird and enjoyable. So, getting right into the business of the business.
Yeah.
I believe we have a little bit of Nestkeeping. It can't be much.
We got a couple of things to touch on. Just a couple. You want to get started there? One of them is just a quick statement of fact.
Few episodes ago, I don't know, 3 or 4 or 5, 6, who knows. I just was talking out of my ass and said, and by the way, Little Richard is the king of rock and roll. I made that statement. It was pretty much straightforward. And apparently, Reed found reference to the fact that even Elvis called Little Richard the true king of rock and roll.
Yeah.
And so
two things there.
Quote. Two things there. One is that I am, in fact, right.
Yes.
Okay, which doesn't happen every day. And two is that Elvis obviously was a little cooler than I thought he was.
Yeah.
Because if he could announce that, if he could
make that observation and
still be Elvis,
say that to the world, that was really.
So there you go. Just to
really
reiterate my earlier brilliance, Little Richard is the king of rock and roll.
Yeah, and I think that's cool to have out there for everybody to think about, and whether or not it's actually Elvis, who you can't deny carries weight in the history of rock and roll.
Right.
Whether or not he says it, to add to the fact that it should have been said, it's pretty impressive. Pretty cool.
All right, so that's what I got. Did you have something?
I did want to touch on just a follow-up. We mentioned I had found information that Taylor Hawkins, former drummer of Foo Fighters, with Dave Navarro and Chris Chaney, had several years ago, prior to his death, of course, recorded a full album, and it's anticipated to come out this year, but I cannot find any updates with an actual release date. But again, or at least several, I saw 6 or 7 tracks off of the album on their completed music videos available to watch and listen to, so I don't know how that works. I don't claim to know, but it hasn't been officially released yet. So I'll keep looking for that because there was some cool music on there. But, go check it out if you get a chance. Like I said, a lot of the songs in the video are already available on YouTube and stuff. And then a little tidbit on the side.
Side tidbits.
It was the start of the episode. We were goofing off and talking about being a game show host. We should be on stage and walking out from a shimmery curtain with...
I remember this. The left and the right thing. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was curious about why, we should have, I said we should have a band on, and then I was like, why is the band on the right? They'd have to be on the right side. All the shows, the band is on the right side.
And we specified house right. Stage left.
House right, stage left. And then we were both puzzled as to why. Like if
when
you
most
think about
folks are right-handed, you would think that they would be gesturing to the band with their right hand rather than their left.
And the band is sort of behind the attention of the host.
Right, further back, further away from the
stage. While they're doing their thing, he would have to turn around to his left to address the band and whatever. There were several aspects of it that didn't make any sense to me. What I did find out was that the talk show host sits to the right of the guests, which ends up kind of being in the middle of the overall stage, right?
Yeah.
Not stage right, overall stage.
Correct.
The host sits to the right of the guests because of the power perception
In the
from
seating deal. From like back in the King's days.
Back in King's days, royalty sat house right, and even in stagecraft, people who are in the position of power in the play, whatever, are generally coming from and addressing from the right side, and so there's a lot of voodoo. It's voodoo behind it,
right?
But it also goes along with making sure that the host is behind a desk and sits higher than the.
It's all power perception. Yes, I am the center of attention.
The perception has to be that the host is in charge of what's going on.
Right.
The host is in control of the.
And since the guests are to his right, the band has to be to his left, because he's got to be in the center.
He's got to be in the center, but the I don't know if that makes any sense. So why wouldn't the host and the guests be to house right, like fully to the right, instead of him only being to the right of the guest?
Well,
see what I'm saying?
In either case, he's in the center. He is literally the center
of attention. But literally everything you read is that house right is what
is power.
Is the position of is the most powerful position on the stage.
And what it came down to, if I remember from the stuff I read, is like this is the way the first ones were done.
Well, that's really what I read, is that when Jack Parr,
who is the father of late night TV,
took over for.
No,
when Steve Allen took over for Jack Parr, things were set up that way, and they were like, well, there's no reason to change it.
Right, exactly.
And then from there, everybody was like, that's how
the way
it was
is.
done.
And it's going across now. They have moved, like Letterman, the band was to the other side, and Letterman was to house right.
Yes.
And the guest was to his, from the house perspective, to his left, and the band even further to the left.
Right.
But there have been, of the 30 or 40 late night shows, there have been 2 or 3 that have varied. Everybody else has been almost exactly the same format.
Most of them, it's the standard setup, totally. So it was pretty interesting.
Weirdness for our brains.
Right, right. It was pretty interesting to find out the reasons for the host being to the right, but then interesting to see that there was zero mention of why the band is primarily to the right, far right.
Yeah.
So anyway, there you go. Don't you wish you had that 5 or 7 minutes back?
Yes.
Nothing that can be done about it now. Sorry about that, and you're welcome.
All right, so we've got a standard Prime episode this evening.
Yeah, pretty.
That we're going to do pretty straightforward stuff. I think we've covered all of the BS that we need to cover, and we're going to get started. So, do you want to start, or you want me to start?
Ready to roll? I'm going to start.
Okay, well, get on it then.
How
Quit talking
about
and start talking.
That? Let's see what you think about this lyric clue and Race of Apes. You should know this song.
Where does it go from here? Is it down to the lake of fear?
Now, I didn't know whether you would know that lyric, although it will come to you when you realize what the song is. Because this song is in the alternative music early days pocket, like right in there. And this line should give away the rest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I can hear it now.
And
it's actually running through my head.
Yes. It's such a...
Oh, I can hear it, but
it's such a great song, but it's a little corny. I don't know what the word is. It seems like it was done a little lightheartedly, right? And
I can't think of the name of the song. I can't.
Love plus one, ring and a ring and a ring.
What is it?
It's Haircut 100.
There you
Love
go.
Plus one.
Yeah. Haircut 100.
Haircut 100.
Yeah. Yes, I've got it. It's there now.
I mean, it could have been a B-52 song.
Yeah, it's that weird and silly.
Right.
And
it's a little It's a little quirky. Quirky is, I think, the correct word. So I was really enjoying that.
The look on my face while I was
ringing around in your head like, I can hear it.
And by the way, as far as quirky goes, you are the king of quirky. You should know it.
Yeah, but your guy was digging through the chest of old
Absolutely.
stuff.
Tossing it out there.
Throwing things out.
That album's here somewhere, damn it. Right. I remember.
I know. So that's Love Plus One, written by Nick Hayward, the band, again, Haircut 100, from 1982. Off of the album Pelican West. And that was really fun for me, so now I hope you have something that'll be fun for you. What you got?
All right, Reed of Apes, you should know this song.
The lyric I got is, I love the way you move. I love to watch you. Oh, I think I've actually
given me this song.
But I gave you the clue
in Spanish.
with the Spanish portion of the song.
Yes, and I did not know.
Yes, that is Dance Sister Dance.
Baya Mi Hermana.
Mi Hermana, yes, Hermana. Yeah, I love the way you move. I love to watch you feel the rhythm flow into your soul. And what a great song.
Santana from the Amigos album, written by Leon Chancellor, Tom Coster, and David Rubinson, 1976. So there's a little Latin movement for you. It's a great song.
Oh, so many cool hooks in that
and
song.
And actually, I think I remember when I was looking this up, and I didn't record it, that the guys who wrote it actually did the song. There's a previous version that's not Santana.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So it's technically a cover?
As far as I remember.
Wow.
Now again, I am capable of error. We all know that. If you don't know that, you haven't been listening.
That is worth finding out, so that it could be an interesting thing to talk about next one of the next go-rounds.
All right, what do you got, Maynard?
It's just ringing in my head, and I can't think of doing anything else. I don't want to leave. I want to listen to.
You want to listen to Dance Sister Dance? You know what? After the show, listen to the playlist.
That's right. That's right. Just listen to the playlist. Okay, Race of Ape. I mean, I don't know how to say if you don't know this song.
Go home.
Probably. It's all over. You should know this song.
Well, I was thinking what I've been missing. I'll tell you truthfully. Well, that's the lyric.
That's the first clue.
Yeah, give me a second one because I'm an idiot.
Want another one?
Yeah, please. She's coming close now. I can feel her. She's getting close to me. What is this?
Does it ring a bell? Is it sounding familiar at all?
Vaguely. What is it?
If I said it's the Cult, could you figure it out from there?
No.
Firewoman.
Okay.
From the Cult. Which,
I'm not a huge Cult fan.
You're not?
No.
Okay.
I mean, not that there's anything wrong with them. I just don't know much of the music.
Yeah. You know, 1989, they're in that alternative music, a little more hard edge part of it, but they're in the spectrum for sure. And,
not on the spectrum, but in the spectrum.
They're not. Well, I don't know. Who am I to say? Okay, so that was the Cult, 1989, from the album Sonic Temple. I don't know why, but I love the name of that album. William Henry Duffy and Ian Robert Asbury. I think there are a ton of really, really cool Cult songs. I really, really got into the Cult. So you could say I was like a Cult member.
You could.
Except I wasn't in the band, so I guess.
You weren't really a member of the Cult. Yeah.
Yeah, I was
you were
a cult
wannabe.
I was a cult
follower. There you go.
Okay,
all right.
that was a disappointing sadness. So you bring it on.
All right, Reed. I believe that you should know this song. There's your clue.
Oh, the lyric I have is "Oh, hola," and that's it. Like "oh!" exclamation point. The word "oh," like "hola." I got nothing. Next clue is, "Darling, you got to let me know." Oh, yeah, come on. I can't believe I kind of can't believe I didn't get it off of "oh, hola."
Yeah.
That is the Clash, of course. Should I
Yes.
stay or should I go?
Yes, very good. Yeah. I was kind of surprised you didn't grab that right off the bat.
The seeing the word "oh" spelled out with just "oh" and an exclamation point, I was like,
What the hell is that?
right, what does that even mean? It doesn't translate. It's very, very weird.
But Ola, you certainly translated
Hola,
that.
yeah.
That is the Clash. Should I stay or should I go? Combat Rock 1982. Topper Headin, Mick Jones, Paul Simonon. Did I write that wrong? Paul Simonon, Joe Strummer. Absolute standard in an absolute standard in alt rock.
Oh, 100%. Like a staple, a
Yes.
foundational alt rock song for sure. And fun to have in your head. Fun to have just bouncing around in there. Well, that was great. Thanks for putting it out there. And let me try to stump you with something that I'll be glad to have out there
in the world.
And you should know this song, but you don't.
Cinema Simulating Life, No Trauma. I don't know that.
Yeah. I want you to know this song, so I'm giving you...
Fourth Reich Culture Americana. I'm going to say that's Rage.
Oh, nice. I
couldn't tell you
was
the
that
name
just a random guess?
That wasn't. Well, it wasn't a random
content?
guess. It was based on the lyrics guess.
Intuitive guess. Yeah.
Yeah,
well, that was a really, really good intuitive guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
and I'm
props to you.
What the hell? Hold on. There's actually one Rage tune that I'm pretty familiar with because I'm not a big Rage fan.
Yeah.
What is this called?
This song is No Shelter.
Okay, that's not the one I'm thinking of. But yeah, it definitely sounds like Rage.
The lyrics, when this song gets on the playlist and you listen to it, or if you haven't listened to it before, or if you just go look up the lyrics, Mr. Morello and Mr. De La Rocha and the guys really did write some very, like, so much of their stuff is protesty and, rage against the machine.
And really very astute stuff too, generally.
Written like really cool writing.
Yeah.
And, not to spin off and sound like I know something here, but a lot of people I know don't have a tolerance for the edge, like the hard edge of the music. And they do some repetitive lyric, like catch lyric stuff in a lot of their songs. But to me, because, the
content is so damned good.
They're a band driven for like social objection, right? They're a band who is sort of based in raging against the machine.
Yeah.
A lot of what their repetitive content is about is, hey, listen to what we're trying to say here. Do something. You know what I mean? There's something wrong here.
I am at the risk of sounding like, get off my lawn, old man. And by the way, I'm a 64-year-old man. So
get off my lawn.
So get off my lawn. That's exactly my problem with Rage. It's not the music itself. It's not the hard edge of the music.
There's a lot of.
It's the way the lyrics are delivered that I have a hard time listening to. And it's not that it's not good. It's the way my brain is wired.
Like Bulls on Parade, where it just started raining. It's not supposed to rain tonight.
No.
That's bizarre.
It is.
And terrifying.
And it's raining
and it's
hard,
really raining.
So we got to start right now.
Turn it off.
All right.
Okay, folks. That was, wow. That was weird, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, no weather in the forecast at all.
Yeah.
And it just actually no weather in the forecast for days, and it just started raining.
Days.
Man. Yeah, like out of nowhere.
Like the forecast was, and there were a couple of waves there that were kind of drenching, like quickly drenching.
Yeah, weird. So anyway, we had to pick everything up, freak out, and run inside real quick. It sounds a little different, but
right.
Yeah. Fortunately, no equipment was damaged in the making of this podcast. So.
Correct. No, so we're in here. No chirps, no crickets, no wildlife outside. Just gastrointestinal noises and that kind of thing.
There you go. Thank you for that. All right, so we're going to get back to it, right?
Yes, back to it. We're in the middle of Prime, and it's my turn. It's your yes.
All right. Well, sir, you should definitely know this song. There you go.
All right. I will take your challenge.
I will see you.
The lyric clue is: you can never win or lose. You can never win or lose if you don't run the race. That is
very good. I never even gave him the second clue. Very nice.
Never gave me the second clue. Love My Way by oh my gosh, the name of the band.
That's not the name of the band. It's not Oh My Gosh.
Oh My Gosh is not the name of the band. Oh, what is the name of the band? You gave me another one of their songs like a month and a half ago.
Okay.
And I couldn't guess the song, but I knew the band name.
I actually gave you this song 180 clues ago. Like, it's literally... I looked at it because I thought I'd given it to you before. And it was like, this is like number 12 that I gave you in the original.
This very song?
This very song. These same clues. This same clue.
Wow.
And you don't remember from 8-10 months ago. So
maybe it was this song, but I don't think I guessed it.
Probably not. It is Love My Way. The band is the Furs, Psychedelic Furs.
Psychedelic Furs, that's right.
1982 from the album Forever Now, written by Butler, and Ashton.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now I got it all going through my head.
Yep.
That's that weird piano. Wow, do. All going through my head. Okay, that was good. Thanks. That's in the playlist now, right?
It sure is.
Okay, my turn.
Please go ahead.
Are you ready to guess the song? Okay, you should know this song. Here's your first lyric clue. Let's see what you come up with.
He makes you so angry, he makes you so sore. The wait may be worth it. Oh man, it's ringing a bell, but I'm not really sure. Have you got more?
I do. The reason I'm giving you so many lyrics is because this song is kind of very wordy and it's fast paced and it's sung pretty quickly. So the verses are like they got a lot of words in them.
Sure. No,
so here is clue number 2.
But how can you wait anymore when you're wondering what you're waiting for? I don't know it, Reed. What is it?
That is Don't Let Him Go by REO Speedwagon from 1980 off of their album High Infidelity. Just before they started kind of, leaning into some pop ballady stuff and arguably moving a little bit away from, hard rock, rock and roll, really, into being more of a pop band.
Yeah, I hear you. That's actually, I don't know that song, but I know that era pretty well.
Yeah. I really like that song. I really like a lot of songs off that album and the sort of vibe they had going right then. But it was definitely transitioning to the more pop success that they saw, in the late 80s, the mid to late 80s and whatever.
And you said that song was, you said that was 1980?
1980, yeah.
Okay.
Don't Let Him Go, written by Kevin Cronin and played by the boys. Great guitar solo in that song, actually. Okay, well, that was fun for me, and it'll be, rolling around in my head at least, but you'll get to have it roll around in your head when you listen to the playlist. What do you got for me?
All right, I'm sorry. I was just ruminating on the REO Speedwagon days.
Yeah, there's a good deal to ruminate on there.
I mean, I was never really a fan. I really didn't care for his voice very much. But my sister had the You Can Tune a Piano But You Can't Tune a Fish album, which played it played at my dad's house nonstop, man. And it didn't it didn't help that I didn't really care for it, And I want to say, was that the live album or was the live album?
I thought I remember the live album had a song of theirs I really liked on the live album, 157 Riverside Avenue.
You Get What You Play For was the live album.
Get What You Play For, that's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. But there was a tune that came out on an album in '79 that I really, really liked. And I was actually going to save it for a challenge, but since we just did that one, I'm just gonna share it with you. It was called "Back on the Road Again," and it was written and sung by the bass player. What's his?
What was his name?
Bruce Hall.
Yeah.
Bruce Hall.
Yeah.
He joined them shortly after the You Get What You Play For tour, and the first song that they did that recorded him that featured him singing was "Back on the Road Again," which has got a really kick-ass hook. It's down 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 down.
Yeah,
Remember that one? Yeah.
Please don't hate me, mama, for what I'm about to do.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
It's probably the only song that I actually know all the words to by them, because it was one I really liked because it wasn't Cronin's voice.
Well, I know. Kevin Cronin's voice was a little...
I mean, he made a living with it, don't get me wrong,
No, right. It wasn't sort of the classic front man rock vocalist voice, but I mean, Golden Country and Keep on Rolling and...
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff,
Keep Pushing. A lot of their early stuff, I think he did a great job with, I really
I think the other thing is, if you lived through that era... Okay, if you actually alive and listening to the radio in the late '70s and early '80s, you heard their shit a lot. I mean, a lot. Yeah. And once the live stuff was out, it was nonstop, man. And I think that could have had something to do with the fact that that maybe that's why it also wasn't something that I was so super hyped on.
Right.
I'm not taking away anything that they did as far as how popular they were and all that. It just wasn't my cup of tea. And
no, I get it. When they started moving into "I'm Gonna Keep on Loving You" and that kind of stuff, I was not really with it. But and "Time for Me to Fly" and whatever.
No thanks.
But
all right, now I want to.
And some
all right,
stuff like
I want to be clear that all these songs that you're throwing out there that we don't like are not going on the playlist.
Okay. Understood and agreed. No question.
Okay, cool. Because you just named like 6 songs that we don't want to hear.
Yes.
But all right, so it's my turn, right? Did you give all the stuff?
I did. All the
Okay,
props
cool.
are out there.
All right, so here's one for you, and you're going to be a little bit surprised about this. You probably will recognize the song. It was a fairly big hit. You should know this song.
My lyric clue is, she says her love for me could never die. Yeah. Hold on. Oh, I'm hearing two different songs. Give me another lyric. Next lyric is, but that would change, I think is what it's supposed to be. But
that'd
would change if
change,
she
yeah.
ever found, that'd change if she ever found out about you and I. She says her love for me would never die. But it's Bryan Adams.
Very good. What's the song?
Yeah. It's about his guitar, and it's called, oh my gosh.
No, it's not, but go ahead.
You should see, I'm straining. My face is just, hold on, I can hear it. Run to You.
There you go. That's not
Yeah,
bad.
Run to You.
That's pretty good, actually. The artist was Bryan Adams. The song was indeed Run to You. Written by Bryan Adams and Jim Vallance. 1984 off the album Reckless. And you know he started as a songwriter. You've mentioned before that he was a songwriter even in his teens, right?
Yeah, very young.
That song was originally written for Blue Oyster Cult.
Really?
And they said, no thanks, that's not our style. And then it hit number 6 on the Billboard charts. Number 6 on the Billboard charts.
No kidding.
And I don't think even Godzilla, although I may be wrong, I don't think even Godzilla ever made it that high.
That's bizarre. I never heard that tidbit before. I just can't imagine Blue Oyster Cult doing that song. I can't hear it in my head.
Yeah, it's not their style of thing.
Yeah, that's fine. I guess they missed out on their chance. Maybe they would have put their spin on it, and who knows? You know, it does have that break in the middle with the sort of, spooky guitar-ish thing. Who knows? Be interesting to find out. Hey, AI could do something about that.
Oh, no, thank you. That's against the rules, Batman. You know how I feel about AI. I am not all in on AI.
Not an AI guy.
There you go.
Okay.
All right.
It's
your turn.
my roll. My roll of the dice. Let's see if you know this song. Here's your first lyric clue, and you should know this song. I think you might know this song just from this line.
Girl, I want you here with me, but I'm really not as cool as I'd like to be. I'm gonna need the next line. Girl, I want you here with me, but I'm.
I think this is gonna hit you. I think this is gonna hit you, and you're gonna be like, "Oh yeah." I hope so. There's your next line.
Because there's a rat under my bed.
And there's a little yellow man in my head.
It's the Kinks. Yeah.
Right.
Even before you sang it, that was going through my head. I was just trying to get to Paranoia. Right?
Yeah.
Paranoia the Destroyer. Yeah.
Right.
That's a tune. I'm going to say 83.
81. Close. Yeah. Give the people what they want was the name of the album.
But I'm really not as cool as I'd like to be.
It's that little section of the song obviously is, sung to the tune of dun, 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 dun,
all of the time.
Girl, I want you here with me all of the time. Kinks, written by Ray Davies, 81, off of Give the People What They Want. And I always really got a kick out of that song. I really dig that song.
Oh yeah, and he really sings the hell out of it too.
Yeah, and it's it's a little tongue in cheeky and whatever, but it's great. It's just a great tune. So everybody, get that rolling around in your head and look forward to it. On the playlist.
There you go. All right, I got a couple of good ones here for you. So I'm just going to give you the next one. You definitely should know this song.
Okay. Lyric clue is when nighttime comes and I'm 1,000 miles away. When nighttime comes and I'm 1,000 miles away. I do know the song. I do.
And I can hear it like the guitar is just kick-ass.
Yeah.
It's got a real funky vibe.
Hit me. I need a second line.
Hit me.
Second line is just lose yourself and watch the band kick back and play. When nighttime comes and I'm 1,000 miles away, just lose yourself and watch the band kick back and play. Damn, I know this song. Oh. Yeah, I'm not getting it. It's not coming through.
Oh, that's unfortunate, really. So if I said it was David Coverdale singing, Would that help? Because now you can hear his voice. When night,
Yeah.
I can't even begin to imitate it. But
No, come on, please do your best cover network now.
come on. So does that bring it to you?
Yeah, no.
Okay, so it's getting tighter from "Come Taste the Band."
Oh my gosh!
And it's a great tune.
I don't know that song well.
Oh man, that's that. See, the main reason I gave it to us because I wanted it on the playlist. It really effing rocks. How about that?
I will check that out for sure.
Written by Tommy Bolin and Glenn Hughes. At the time, a couple of guys that were probably doing a fair amount of heroin in that era. Seriously, I mean, that's right before Tommy Bolin died, and Glenn Hughes was an addict as well. And they were
sure.
They were both really seriously drugged during that period. 1975, Come Taste the Band, Deep Purple. It's the first Deep Purple album without Blackmore.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it's Mark whatever the hell. I don't even think there's a Mark number for it.
Right.
And I'm never getting drawn into that again, by the way. But yeah, I can hear it right now. I'm actually dancing in my chair, folks, in case you can't see that. Please don't describe it for them, Reed.
Super attractive. It's it's something I'll video if I can.
No.
Yeah, I'll be anxious to hear that. I'm going to listen to that as soon as the show's over. Just because. Yeah.
All right. What do you got? I think you got one more. Is that right?
One more, sir. One more. Let's see. I have two to choose from. I'm going to do this because, oh man, this is a tough choice. Okay. I'm going to do this.
You can do two if it's that big a deal,
Well, we'll see. There's an interesting tidbit to this one is tipping the scale for it. So you should know this song. I know you know this song.
I know this song. The lyric is, "Don't let me hear you say life's taking you nowhere. Angel." It's Bowie.
Right.
Golden Years.
Correct.
That's you go.
Years, as in, time passing, not ears.
I said golden
on the
years.
Side of your head. I know. Yes. I was making a pun.
That would be strange if you just had golden ears, but the rest of your head was regular color.
The
whatever your regular color is.
That it would be, but I can also imagine at some point in one of his personas, Bowie having golden ears.
Sure, I'll give you that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And maybe even singing the song that way. Yeah.
I know. I'm not going to include that in Bean Enchiladas, I promise.
Thank you very much. I was just thinking that.
So that song is great.
Oh, yeah.
First off.
Well, it's Bowie, so.
Yeah, it's Bowie. And that was written by David Bowie and so on and so forth. And it's from, what year is it, Race?
I'm going to say earlier than I think. So I'm going to say 81 or 82.
75. Wow.
Wow. So it was way earlier than I think. Yeah.
That was a read right there. Station to Station is the album. And the tidbit is, do you know who he wrote that song for originally?
I do not.
It's still hard for me to believe. I've listened to this song a number of times since I came across this little factoid, and I just cannot hear it. But he wrote it for Elvis. Really? On Elvis's kind of request. Elvis and Colonel Tom.
Yeah.
And then Elvis turned it down, according to...
He wrote it for Elvis to sing.
Yes. He wrote the song for Elvis to sing. And when there are certain parts of the song that I'm like, yeah, that I can see that fitting into Elvis's vibe, you know what I mean? And then so much of the song, I'm like, Elvis ain't doing that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. It's kind of an interesting little factoid. You can check it out.
I'm going to have to sit and look at the lyrics and do my best to hear it in Elvis's. Yeah.
Listen to now. Maybe the maybe the sort of funky, maybe that wouldn't really have been Elvis's delivery if he had chosen to use the song. Whatever. Maybe it would have had more of a country tinge, or I don't know.
I'm hearing it like I'm not even hearing it the melody. I mean, I'm not hearing the structure of the song. I'm hearing the lyrics done in Elvis's voice, and it's not it's not anything like what Bowie would do. Right.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I just can't. I can't hear the lyrics like that. That's kind of what I was getting at. Is I feel like the song structure would have to. I feel like, have to have changed in order for Elvis to fit into it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But again, AI could help us with that, but we're not allowed to. So
And I don't wanna.
The plug that I'm getting in here is that you can pop onto Wikipedia and see you can get down a damn rabbit hole about this song and, the interaction with Elvis and all that. And it's a pretty interesting little read, and you can actually keep yourself to the surface interesting part if you use just a little bit of self-discipline.
Well, I mean, think about it. What was Bowie doing in like 74? You know what I mean? Like, what was, I guess that would have been the Diamond Dogs album, right? I don't really know enough about Bowie, but with going to put his albums in sequence. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
but
yes.
So what I'm wondering is, the whole reason I'm even mentioning it is like, what was Elvis listening to by Bowie that made him go, we need, because late 74, I don't think that would have been Diamond Dogs, right? I mean, it's
Diamond Dogs, May of 74, Diamond Dogs.
Right. So, and that was just following the Spiders from Mars band, right? So, really, is Elvis listening?
Yeah, the
to
whole era
Stardust?
was very, very into that whole glam rock, other personas, wild, just avant-garde thing that Bowie was into. And I too have had like how did he, but then, for crying out loud, Bowie sang with Bing Crosby and did a duet and all that stuff. So
sure,
maybe
that was the impetus. You know what I mean? Like maybe that was kind of the thing. So all right. So you got any more on that, or are we good?
That was fun. No. That's just sort of a touching on the fact that's an interesting little wiki read right there for you. I think you're gonna have the last say, aren't you? You're gonna have the final.
Sure.
Slap in the face.
I'll be glad to do that for you. All right, Mr. Reed. Wow, I don't know where that came from. Hey, Reed.
Mr. Rubert.
All right, Reed. Let's just edit that out. All right, Reed.
It's so funny. I was really sort of hanging there waiting for whatever you were developing to come out, and then it was like, I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Sometimes it just gets you. Maybe it's the alcohol. It's probably the alcohol talking, right?
For sure.
All right. So, all right, Reed, I have one more for you. Sir, should know this song.
Let's see. Race of Apes says I should know. The lyric is "Stand. In the end, you'll still be you."
And this one is a gift, by the way.
Hit me again. Second line. So the first line is "Stand. In the end, you'll still be you." Second line is "one that's done all the things you set out to do." It's back there somewhere. It's just
it better
around.
be. It better be.
I just can't hear the phrasing.
This is a band that has no bad music. Does that help? There's only 53 of those that we've talked about.
Well, given that that's subjective, and I have a few hundred. I'm not. It's not coming. It's not coming through. I'm going to regret this.
Yeah, you are, because the first word is the name of the song, and the album.
Stand.
It's Sly and the Family Stone.
Oh.
Stand. In the end, you'll still
be
you.
Oh my gosh, yeah. That is not what was
going through your head.
It's a pathetic excuse, but I could not get rid of "Stand in the place where I couldn't get it to stop.
Oh my God,
ringing in my head.
Well, you should definitely be smacked for that.
Well, I mean, that song got pretty ingrained. Yeah, that is awesome, and I do regret not guessing it, and I can hear it, and now that's the second song I'm going to listen to after the show, after we finish recording.
Yeah, and by the way, that whole album, I think almost every song on that album was a hit. And I'm just gonna pull it up real quick here and run through the track list. And we're not gonna play all of these because I'm talking about them, right? But so this was 1969, 1969, written by Sly. The entire album was written by Sly and produced and arranged by Sly for Stoneflower Productions, his production company.
Right.
You Can Make It If You Try, Everyday People, Sex Machine, Sing a Simple Song, Somebody's Watching You, I Want to Take You Higher, Stand, and the title of the one that I don't want to say is Don't Call Me Nigger Whitey. And the only song that's on there that I can't bring all of the lyrics to mind is Somebody's Watching You, because that brings a different song into my head.
The whole album and the songs on it are so good.
Every single song was a hit, and they were all phenomenal.
Yeah.
So anyway, that was Sly Stone and Sly and the Family Stone, Sylvester Stone, of Sly and the Family Stone. Man, again, I really do believe there's no such thing as a bad song by that band. Period.
I am 100% in agreement, and I feel like
you should have done that. Yeah. I'm sorry.
No, well, I do feel like I should have guessed that one, but it should have come through. But I feel like, and I may have alluded to this at some point before, that the reach back music that gets played out there, radio, streaming, whatever, kind of
No, go ahead.
doesn't. It seems like Sly and the Family Stone's music doesn't get. I want to be able to say, I always hear that song on the overhead at the the hardware store,
etc. Yeah.
That kind of thing. It seems like several of the songs should still be sort of ubiquitous.
Well, and the thing is, he was like this. Well, they weren't putting out music for that long before he kind of lost his ability to be at concerts and stuff, right? But
right.
I mean, like, this is the end of the '60s. His songs were very political and very. Taking a stand, and this is how things should be, and not just necessarily. I mean, you can make it if you try, and Everyday People. He's not. That's not a negative. None of those are negative songs. You know what I'm saying?
Right, they're not protest songs. They're people power songs.
Yeah, when I'm saying they're political, they're not protest songs.
Right.
And I don't understand why. And again, it's all so damned good.
I mean, it's good.
Like,
yeah.
who else?
Like,
who else in 1969, 1970? Put out 2 or 3 albums, and every single song was just bam, 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 bam.
Right.
Nobody
just
was
fantastic.
doing it.
Yeah. That's kind of part of what I mean is, it just seems like at least a few of those songs, like Higher, even if you were just going to think what were the sort of most hooky radio hit songs without regard to lyrics, but the total package, and you think of a song like Higher and that kind of thing, and just that it seems like that
Sing
song
a simple
should
song.
Still be ringing out. You know what I mean? It should still be getting some play, like a lot of bands from that era, and their songs still do. Anyway.
Yeah, and he did his best to alienate the people in the industry, whether he was doing it intentionally or not. So maybe that had something to do with it. Maybe like that could legitimately be a thing. You know what I mean?
It might.
All right. Well, anyway,
go out there and listen to some Sly and the Family Stone, folks.
You know what? I might just drop a couple on the playlist. I'm not going to put the whole album on there because I just read off the whole album, but I'll put a couple more because, man, it's all damned good.
Yeah. It's really, really quality shit. That's it, right? I
think that brings us to the end of this segment and coming to the end of this episode.
That's right.
It's weird because we had to break. We had to break it in half, so I don't feel like we've been doing that long. But
I know it is kind of.
I'm sure it's more than long enough for the people that are listening.
We had to salvage it from the storm, and it's going to sound a little weird changing in the middle there, but it's
we appreciate your patience and your understanding.
Absolutely. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for checking us out. As we like to say, the name of the show is You Should Know This Song. And I am Reed of Apes, and that over there is...
I am Race of Apes. We are Mixed Apes. You are Mixed Apes.
Got it all over you.
Yeah. And when you say that, I just...
It's all over you.
It's all over you.
Let's see if I can smell it.
Yeah. But we do want to thank you for listening, and I beg you to beg. I'm begging. Like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. we're getting up near 50 episodes here, folks, and we just want to know that you're out there. So, comment, say hello, reach out. Tell us we're idiots, please. Anything. I'm sitting with this guy forever, and I'm getting no feedback.
Have we ever said the phrase "hit us up on the socials"?
Oh,
I don't think we've ever said that.
You just made my skin crawl.
Now it's out there. Now that one's out of the box too.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, hey, anything. However we can get to you. However you can get to us. Feel free to comment on the website. Sorry.
Yes, and send us your suggestions, your challenges, your bean enchiladas. We thought about doing an entire show of listener contributed bean enchiladas. We thought that'd be pretty funny, but we could really do an entire show.
If only we would get them. Yeah.
We really could do an entire show on listener contributed anything. So contribute anything. Send it on in.
Yep.
Hey, check out the website and the charities and the things on there, and do good stuff out in the world, and come back and listen to us some more and give us thumbs up and likes and shares and all that stuff. And have a great life.
And, be happy, man. It's a hard world.
Right.
Just enjoy it.
Peace.
We're out.
See ya.